In a town most maps forgot, nestled between two whispering hills, there stood a little clock shop. Its name? Talk and Whim. And its owner was unlike anyone you'd ever meet. They called him Old Marin, the last of the true clockmakers. Scene shifts, clocks ticking, soft echoes, distant wind chimes. But this wasn't your average repair shop. No, the clocks inside Talk and Whim didn't just tick. They whispered. They ticked in languages no one could name. Some counted time forward, others backward. Children said the cuckoo birds inside the clocks flew in circles around the ceiling when no one was looking. Adults? They never stayed long enough to find out. Scene shift, school bell, light footsteps, chime of door opening. Only one person truly listened. A sharp-eyed girl named Alara. An orphan. A thinker. The kind of child who noticed the way shadows moved just a little differently around certain corners. She came every week, not to buy, not to talk, just to watch. Music softens, becomes more curious. Over time, old Marin grew fond of her. He showed her clocks the townspeople never saw, an hourglass that flowed upward, a pocket watch that spun like a compass, a grandfather clock that counted down, not up. She never asked too many questions, and that's what he liked most about her. Music shifts. Twilight theme, tinged with mystery. Then, one dusky evening, when the sky wore the color of a bruised plum, Marin called her to the back room. A door no one else had entered, a key that hummed in his palm like a living thing. Narrator, low, serious. Time, he said, is not a line. It's a garden, and I am one of its gardeners. The door creaked open. Inside stood a single clock, tall, glowing, silent, with rings that spun gently, etched with names, years, and places. No hands, no numbers. Just a floating golden pendulum, suspended in still air. Scene slows. Awe builds in tone. This, Marin whispered, is the heart clock. It doesn't tell time. It reveals possibility. Alara leaned closer. She saw her name, etched faintly near a word. Choice. Marin looked at her, old eyes full of both sadness and pride. Narrator, gentle. My time is ending, he said, but yours is beginning. Sound effect. Soft metallic click as a pocket watch is handed over. He gave her a pocket watch. It glowed faintly. No numbers, only a spinning needle. This doesn't tell your time, he said. It tells the world's. When it stops, something big will happen, something only you can fix. And then, he vanished. No smoke, no sound, just gone. As if he stepped backward into time itself. Scene shift, silence, wind, abandoned shop sounds. The next day, the villagers found Talk and Whim abandoned. No clocks, no Marin. Just a single note on the counter. Time waits for none, but it listens to those who whisper back. M. Scene shift. Years pass, montage of Alara growing up, watching the watch. Alara grew older, wiser, but the watch never stopped spinning. Until one Tuesday, as ordinary as toast and tea, the needle froze. Dead center. Music swells. Wonder turns to alarm. She looked up and saw the sky, cracking, like glass under pressure. Through the cracks poured colorless light. And in that light, shapes, people, towns, moments, flickering like fireflies, vanishing like dreams at dawn. Time was unraveling. Urgency builds, running footsteps, wind rising. Alara ran, through the hills, into the abandoned tunnel, past the trees that whispered her name. And there, hidden in the roots of the world, stood Talk and Whim, whole, waiting, as if it had never left. Scene shift, door creaks open, clocks ticking softly again. Inside the clocks ticked. The heart clock glowed. Her name now shone brightly. Choice. The chamber opened. She stepped in, and placed her watch's needle into the center. It spun, Faster, wilder, brighter. Music soars, then gently fades to stillness. Outside, the sky healed. The garden of time began to bloom once more. And somewhere deep within the ticking of the world, a new gardener took her place. Not to control time, but to care for it. Soft ticking fades out with final words. Narrator, quiet, warm. And so, the Clockmaker's Gift was never really a watch. It was a chance, given to someone who knew how to listen, to the ticking, and to the silence in between.